Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft Season 6 with me, FalseSymmetry, and today you guys catch me continuing on from the previous episode. If you haven't seen the previous episode already, go watch it, because today's episode is a huge spoiler, because we are going to be continuing work on our Cathedral, which is right behind me. This is your only chance to click off and watch the other one, but now it's spoiled for you forever. Here it is. Here is what we built in a previous episode, and I'm thinking, this doesn't look like it lines up. You see that a little bit there, and that little bit up there? That one's taller than that one. In fact, does it look like that window's taller than that window? I feel like it does. And that is something I need to check out before we get started today, because if I've done one thing wrong, that could mean that I've continued to do that thing wrong, and I might have to redo it. Because yes, I've done a little bit of work on the walls. Let's actually have a quick little fly around before I fix that issue. I have put mushroom blocks all the way around it in all the slots it needed to be before we get started today, because oh my goodness, like you guys don't need to see me place mushroom blocks down at all. In fact, you guys don't even need to see me do this again. So what I'm going to do is finish up the walls right now, fix the issues we've just discussed, do all the walls in a similar design as much as I can, and I think today we're going to start putting the roof on. Which I know doesn't sound too exciting, but trust me, this roof is ridiculous. It's got so many bumps and lumps and different designs, and basically the only parts that are going to be going straight along at this low level, it doesn't have some sort of arch, is this bit along here, that bit along there, and there's going to be a little tad bit there as well, and then we've got like a big arch, and then there's another arch at the back, and another arch at the back, and then arches over there, an arch at the front. It's gonna look ridiculous, but hopefully it'll not only look ridiculous, but it will look cool. Because if it doesn't look cool, I've failed as a builder. So hopefully, fingers crossed, you guys are loving this so far. I haven't seen the comments on the previous episode, but yeah, I'm just super hyped about this project still. I think I'm going to be hyped until something massive goes wrong, or until we finish it. Whatever comes first. So yeah, let me finish up this little issue we've got going on here, and then I'll bring you guys back in, and we can start placing down these beautiful blocks here. Well, I have laid myself out some markers for the roof, and we are going to get started building it. I think we're going to start probably with this shape right here, because this is where the roof properly sort of copies that shape there and sort of goes in an arch. And then, because of that, we're actually going to, I think, either stick a tower there, obviously sort of where this is, or we could sort of continue the flat roof across behind it. I don't know which is going to work. Let me see here. Yeah, I mean, looking at it, there's a big space there, but I think we might be able to do a little bit of both. We might have to continue a little bit of the flat roof around that's going to come along this way, and then that way, and then stick the tower in the center somewhere. But anyway, we should probably get started on the building part of this. So we need to build it, I think, 3 tall, and then we're going to go up by 2 until we sort of join these 2 sections up, and we join that section and that section up. We're going to have big sort of, big ones of these shapes, I guess, big triangles. So yeah, let's go up by 3 there, and then we're obviously going to continue up by 2, and then by 2 again, then by 2 again, and then I think we're probably just going to have the 3 here, make that thing sort of work. We'll probably have some sort of like, I don't know, I might even poke this out a little bit. We'll sort of bring out the shape that we've done there, and sort of bring this roof out so it's got a little bit even more shape added to it. But let's sort of see how this looks here. Yeah, that's the sort of thing I want. Oh my goodness, I fell down. I stepped back thinking that, oh yeah, there's a block there. Nope, not quite. But yeah, that's exactly what we want. Cool. So, and then from there, I think what I'm going to do is, you see this sort of row here, I'm going to continue that up, and that's going to be the marker for where we bring the tower next. And maybe even the tower could have another one of these in with a sort of miniature roof. Sort of a little bit like we did with our clock tower. But yeah, we want to sort of replicate sort of that shape here, but bigger scale. So I think what I'm going to do is really quickly actually probably continue shaping the roof around, so I can sort of bring you guys back in so you can take a look at it. And then what we might do is do a time lapse of me just filling it in, and we can sort of like see how the roof sort of comes together. Maybe that's going to be the way to do that, although how many blocks do I really have of terracotta? Okay, 2, no, well, not 2, but 1.5 double chests full. I think there might be, was there extra? There's a little bit in here. I don't know if that's really going to do the whole roof, but anyway, sun seems to be going down, so let me have a little nap. I'll come back when I've done the shape, show you guys that, and then we'll see if we can complete the whole roof today. I mean, that's a big job, but, well, someone's got to do it. Just place the last block on the roof, and yeah, there's a lot of lumps and bumps. There's a lot of lumps and bumps. Oh my goodness, that's quite cool though, actually. You know what? I like how that looks, even though it's not done yet. So I've put like 3 archways this way, and on the opposite side, I've just put the big arch. I'm sort of hoping that this is gonna work. This is the only part that I'm not sure of. The other sort of A-frame parts of the roof, so this part and this part replicate the front. So these two obviously are the same, and these two here are the same above the doorways. It's just the sides that are a little bit weird. This is sort of just like some weird like mountain range or something. It's a little bit odd, but I decided to go all out, and yeah, I thought we could definitely do something cool with this. I don't know if it's going to look weird because it doesn't line up with anything here. Usually, in fact, it actually lines up badly with this possible window that might go here. But again, these things could change. The roof could change. We can always flatten these bits out and get rid of this, completely flatten it, and get rid of that little triangle there as well and flatten it if we need to. But I want to have as many archways as possible because I think that's going to keep the roof interesting, because as you build to a big scale, it's nice to add sort of as much detail as you can, and of course roofs generally aren't really much about detail. That one looks great because you've sort of added the detail of the sort of darker parts of it. With these ones, of course, the shape has changed, which we are going to have to do that after we've built the roof here. We are going to bring in some of that shape, and then of course things like this where you've added like the extra windows and stuff. But yeah, so I'm going to try and add the detail a little bit later, as well as obviously with these arches. So guys, I think it's about time that we just get straight on with this roof. I'm going to go grab some more red terracotta before we actually get started, because my goodness, it's going to need a lot. And guys, wish me luck, and let's roll that time lapse. Is now done. I've left a big gigantic rectangle in the center or yeah, just not built basically of the roof, because I knew for a fact we would need a tower, and I didn't know what size the tower would be. That is why the roof just did not get finished in the time lapse, which was kind of sad because it looked really cool, and I thought that maybe, you know, we'll finish off the roof and stuff, but then I was like, oh no, we need a tower. Oh yeah, you know, I don't want to have to remove a whole bunch of blocks just because I've chucked a tower, or just ignored the fact that there's a tower in the middle. But yeah, anyway, what I'm doing now is figuring out the size of this tower. I think it might be rectangular on one angle, like longer on this angle or line than it is on that. I think that's just going to have to be the case. I don't know if that's going to look weird or not. I'm going to have to check that this is all lined up and stuff. I think it should be, but it also might not be. So it's a little bit worrying. So I'm just sort of planning it out here, where the corners would be, where the stone bricks parts would be. So it's going to look sort of like the rest of the place. So yeah, let me build these up a little bit. So we can sort of fly past and sort of get a gist for at least where this is going to go. And I think that'll probably do. Let's see what this looks like from over this angle. Like that. Okay, and it definitely lines up with this. Yeah, it's definitely centered to that archway. Looks symmetrical there. Yeah, we're looking at these two bits here. Also taking a look at, I guess, the roof as well, since I haven't showed you guys properly. There you go. Did a little bit extra work, so there were parts I'd missed, but yeah. Yeah, I think that works. Now, does that line up here, though? Whoa, my goodness, I'm flying too quickly. Let's jump up here real quick, and that is, I think, centered. Yeah, I want it to be centered both ways. That'll make it odd numbered as well, so that should be 7 there and 7 there. So 15 total, I think. And then, of course, we want to build it up. But yeah, now that I know where that is, let me continue building the roof. We'll see where the roof hits, and of course, we're going to have to go higher than the roof. So yeah, this is going to have to come across quite a way to sort of meet up with the build. But hopefully, this is going to be a good way of sort of making it work. Yeah, it's going to have to go to like there. So yeah, we've got a bit more roof to make, and then we can try and figure out the tower, but also there are... Oh, saying that, just realised that I didn't do that part of the roof. Like at all. Dang it, okay, there's a lot more roof to do than I expected. But at least I think it is looking quite cool. It's definitely looking like a work in progress though, so let's get on with it. So it is now the next day, and of course my house is the noisiest it has been all week, and I've got to get videos done. So apologies if there are any more time lapses. If there are, that is purely because the audio from my computer, like I can't record audio basically. But we shouldn't have too many issues right now. But basically, yeah, look at it. I've done some stuff. I didn't remember where I left it last, this video. But yeah, we have, I guess, left it at this point where I've only got 2 of the 4 pillars that need to go up there. But what I think I will do is do those 2. And then I think I've started doing a little bit of planning with some stone brick, as you can see here. Now, of course, there are going to be some that are like in the wrong place, like this one, because I'm using some to sort of staircase up, because when you build too tall areas, you can't jump up them. Although I should have brought a beacon over. Then I'd be able to just jump up and down this roof like nobody's business. Oh, that's a good idea. Yes, this roof's going to be spawnable, which is the only problem I think I can see happening. I've just thought this might look quite nice if I do this sort of thing. I don't know, actually, it might not. Let's have a little look-see, shall we? That's a bad idea, don't use slabs. Is that going to look awful? Is that going to look really weird? Sort of, but I think I'm probably going to need something like this along here anyway. Yeah, so what I want to do now is try this out, right? Try and like... Oh, actually, saying that, before I do this, I need to, of course, make the roof a little bit bendy in places. Also, I did want to mention real quick, I've had a lot of comments about it on my video today. Yesterday was the day that the Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris had a fire, and I've had a lot of comments that are basically like, FalseSymmetry Cathedral, have it in some way as a tribute, and I'm totally up for that, but I don't know how to do that, because obviously I've got such a set design, I can't really necessarily make it look like the Notre Dame, necessarily, so I don't know, I'm up for suggestions, of course, but I don't know if that's necessarily going to be something I'm going to focus on. But of course, yes, it is a little bit strange that I'm building a cathedral before that happened, and it is an extremely sort of sad thing. I'm into architecture a little bit, you know, and design and stuff like that. So for sure, like, buildings, they're so amazing and so grand, and, you know, obviously it's also, you know, a cathedral, so it means a lot to people. Yeah, of course, it's extremely sad, you know, I'm from London, and therefore, you know, we have St. Paul's Cathedral, and of course, if the same thing happened to that, you know, that would be devastating. But yeah, I don't really know how to put that into the game, so I'm up for suggestions, and definitely interior stuff, for example, is completely open. I have no plans for the interior, so that is definitely something that can be done. So yeah, you can sort of see I don't know how this looks, actually. Let me have a quick wander up here. Let's see what this looks like real quick. Yeah, you can see I've sort of tried making shapes along here. They haven't gone quite to plan. But yeah, and that's also why I've left the windows only half, because I knew that we were going to have some weird stuff going on here. This is very worrying, this part. I mean, it looks great in the roof, and I think it adds that necessary, like, extra bit. But man, it's going to be hard to figure out what to do with this wall. And I think it's only this one, really, that is going to affect. Let me quickly have a quick fly around the other walls as well. Yeah, this back wall should be fine. Because, yeah, everything's sort of separated nicely into 3 sections. This wall here, again, yeah, this is going to be fine. We can work that out. And of course, I think the front is, yeah, the front is in 3 sections as well. It's just this side here that is going to be a pain in the bottom. Of course, I'm just going to continue the design upwards and then I guess figure out where the windows will go. It's just how to work in this little thing here. Well, I thought I'd bring you guys in for a little bit here so you guys can see sort of from far away where I'm at with the roof. I'm sort of trying to connect little bits up. So basically I've been doing this for a little while now because what I did previously was the area over the opposite side that I'm standing on if I run over to it. This area over here, all of this big part of the roof, I'm actually showing you guys, but you can't really see where I'm pointing, so where I'm standing basically, this whole little area here behind me. Basically, I tried putting slabs on all of it, but it didn't really work. So I've just tried to put slabs along certain lines. So on the bit that I'm running over to now, I look like an ant on the screen. I don't even know if you guys can see me. You can see how I'm trying to like tie the roofs together by sort of just having long strips that connect and are therefore sort of connected like all the way around. So like that. And then I think, yeah, that side should connect as well. Let me have a quick look. You guys are at an angle, so you can't quite see. Yeah, so basically, you can see here that we have a line there and a line there. We're going to need to make this one curvy, for example, as well, to match that side. But yeah, you can sort of see where I'm going. So it's been a lot of trial and error trying to see how much stone brick we want to put in and sort of what roof shape to go with and everything. I think I've got it down here, though. I really like how this roof here looks. And of course, I'm going to have to add some more curvature to it. So let me literally just crack on and get it done because the roofs actually are taking longer than I thought they would. Probably because I've, yeah, trial and error like I said. So hopefully, yeah, now we should be able to get just straight on with it and get it done ASAP. But I guess I'll bring you guys back in when I'm nearer that point because right now, yeah, there's quite a lot of roof left to do. All that over there as well. That's a big job. You know what? Scrap doing all of the roof. I've done about half, and it's taken me a long while because I need to redo this side completely. But this one here and this one here is looking really good. I love the shape of it. You can see me up there hard at work, just staring into space. But yeah, really love those two, especially, and I like how the sort of thing follows round. You can see how here I'm sort of recreating this side in a bad manner, but I will fix it and make it work. But yeah, I really like that. It brings in the shape, but it also brings in the sort of that sort of thing as that one has, and this one, the sort of bordering with different blocks. Yeah, I really like it. And also it just means that when you sort of fly by, it isn't just completely red. Yeah, I definitely want to break it up, but you can see, yeah, this is the side I haven't done, and it's just going to be the same as the other side, so it's just pointless me doing it in video. I'll do it off camera when this video is rendering or something. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can finish off today before I then work on the tower. The tower is, of course, the next thing to work on. I think I've decided here we're going to go just with an A-frame roof, similar to these ones here, but just all the way along. So a little bit like the house over there, just a long roof. Because it's not square. If it was square, maybe I'd have gone with like a spire type sort of point at the very top. But that's not, I don't think, going to work. You can see here though that I have added something extra. I've added this little extra roof here. I think that really makes it pop. Obviously it needs a wall inside it and a window. But other than that, I think that just adds a little extra something. I'm trying to see if there's any other spots that could do that with that. Maybe there, but that might just, it's nice to have sort of one sort of area of, yeah, it's nice to have a little bit of flat space as well. Obviously that needs some work on the curvature part of the roof. But yeah, really happy with this. Thing is looking really good. Don't think it's looking too big for the area. The house is actually in a good sort of size for it. Yeah, I think I built it pretty well to scale without going too crazy. I wish I had built it bigger. But actually when you look inside from like a player point of view, it is quite It is quite large. Imagine walking around here just like la 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 la. Yeah, there's a lot of space to be used. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting it to that point. So I think next episode is the tower and the walls and finishing up the exterior completely next episode actually, that we work on this project. And then I might leave it a couple of episodes before we even decide to work on the interior, because it's going to need a lot of prep work, I think, and stuff like that. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have been enjoying the Cathedral project so far. Leave a like if you did, and just subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys all next time. See ya!
When Stanley approached the end of the video, he clicked the subscribe button.